We were blessed with amazing faculty who not only promoted our own ideas, but very receptive to it. We're often receptive to our critiques since we're adult learners and we like critiquing people. So, they were always there to guide us through the maze that is medical education, and which for us clinicians is something that we think we know, and we think we've been doing it for such a long time, and we teach others, so we're teachers, but the realization strikes that, in order to be a teacher, you need to learn how to be a teacher, and this is what they did with us. And made some amazing friends while I was at AKU, made some amazing connections. It was a lot of good networking. Since I am a teacher, I have residents under my supervision, and I think that's going to have a far-reaching impact. That is going to have a sustainable impact, and that is what I'm hoping for. If not anything, that is what I take from AKU. But we had the opportunity of having face-to-face classes when we started, so it was 2018 when I enrolled. So for 1 year, it was face-to-face, the whole thing. And then we got hit by COVID. It was all online. So a couple of my courses were face-to-face and the rest were online. And initially, being a digital immigrant, considering that I graduated 20 years ago, it was a little difficult because it was a new modality of education, and it was something that we learned as we went along. So our teachers were learning as well as us as students were learning, and what we were learning as students, we were imparting on to our students. So it was a continuous journey of learning together with each other, from each other, and the perspective for clinical sciences, the perspective for patients, the perspective of being a clinician obviously has never changed, because that's what I am at the core of my being. But my perspective of, or rather my fear of online education, and my fear of not being tech savvy, that sort of was something that I got over during this time, and as I got over it, I made my students more comfortable with it, so that was something I learned. I did miss the face-to-face thing, because that sort of, you make friends, you chat over a cup of tea, you're sort of gossiping, and that was something that was definitely not there in the online sessions, but it was the next best thing, and the whole world was doing it, so we grew into it, we grew comfortable with it, we excelled. I wouldn't say excel, but we were good at communicating with our teachers were good at communicating with us. We learned how to use Zoom, the breakout rooms, the Google documents that we worked on during the night when our sessions were off for our group assignments. So all in all, it was a learning experience that I think the whole world faced, and so did we. And it has made our lives better, because we've learned that not everything has to be face-to-face. You can do a lot of things while sitting in your bed and having a cup of tea and making sure your video's off. That never works if your video's on. So I think I would say that my experience has been a wonderful, wonderful learning journey of self-discovery.